This game preview is brought to you by Manscaped's Premium Ultra Soft Boxer Briefs 2.0, complete with the all-new jewel pouch to protect your stones. Use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Manscaped, the perfect tools to protect your jewels.
Okay, the next game on our list, it is the 1-0 Miami Dolphins traveling to Baltimore to take on the 1-0 Ravens. This might be the Sunday game, like the underrated game of the week on Sunday. Two undefeated teams with
two undefeated teams. That was funny. They're 1-0, man. It just started.
well, no, but two teams 1-0 entering this game. The Ravens are 3.5-point favorites with an over/under 44.5 points in this game. I feel like it's two teams that have a lot to prove. Two teams that have a lot to prove whether or not they are the real deal. Because, like you said earlier on in the show, when we're doing our power rankings, the Ravens play the Jets. There really isn't much going on there. The Dolphins play the Patriots. There isn't really much going on there. This is a game where we're going to see if Tua can do it against a very, very good defense in Baltimore, and if Lamar Jackson can do it against a good defense in the Miami Dolphins. So I do think that there's a lot going on in this game. Let's start off with the Dolphins, though. Last week, they did get the job done against the Patriots. What do we expect to see in game 2 of the Tua-Tyreek connection?
I think it's more of the same. I've been on board with this guy right here. I've been on board with Tua. I've said it a number of times. At first, I was reluctant. I don't like left-handed quarterbacks. But what the Dolphins have done to build around him, it gives me some encouragement going forward. I think you see more of the same. I think you see a team that wants to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers and get it to them early. They didn't run very much last week. They didn't try to run very much last week, but they sure did get the ball into Tyreek Hill's hands and to Jalen Waddle's hands, and I expect more of the same. When you get a player like Tyreek Hill on the outside and you get the ball in his hands, that is the biggest game changer, I believe, in the NFL. And we can talk about all the great receivers that might be better than him as a receiver, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, whoever you want to name. When the ball is in Tyreek Hill's hands, in space, there is no one, and I mean absolutely nobody in the NFL that is better than Tyreek Hill. So I think that is what's important here. It's using these guys to their advantage. You get the speed of a Jalen Waddle and the fast twitch plus speed of a Tyreek Hill. They are playmakers, and Baltimore has to understand that despite how good your corners may be or how good that secondary may be, and then Marcus Williams and those boys there, you are going to have to go after a different type of player in Tyreek Hill. And I think it continues. I think Mike McDaniels will do a good job of getting him the ball. And this is my favorite game of the no. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to win. I have no, am I leaning this way? I'm leaning that way. The odds maker have it at 3.5. So they have Baltimore as basically a half point better than Miami. But I could see it going either way. Usually in these situations, I lean towards the home team. I think this game is tough, man. This is probably the hardest game of the weekend to pick for me.
Yeah, and on the Ravens side, Lamar Jackson obviously very, very good at football. But last year against the Miami Dolphins, he had a lot of career worst numbers and faced a lot of pretty much his toughest defense he's faced his entire career. Last season, I'll give you a rundown. I should have made a graphic for this, and I did not do it. Last season against the Miami Dolphins, he scored the fewest points a Lamar Jackson-led offense has ever scored with 10. They only scored 10 points against the Dolphins. He was blitzed 25 times, the second most blitzes he's ever seen in a game. He only had 2.5 seconds to throw the ball, the second fewest he's ever had in a game. His snaps against cover 0 were the most he's ever seen in the game. And the Dolphins, although they got a new head coach in Mike McDaniels, they brought back the same defensive coordinator in Josh Boyer, who did that to Lamar Jackson last year. Do we see a lot of the same this year against Lamar? And how do you think the Ravens will combat it this year?
If I'm not mistaken, that game was in the rain, right?
I'm
pretty sure I was in. I'm pretty sure I was in Reno or Tahoe in that one, and I'm pretty sure that game was rainy and sloppy. Um, Maybe they do the same thing. Maybe you blitz Lamar and you try to say beat me with one-on-one coverage with those wideouts. Um, but I don't know. I think as a defensive coordinator, you have to be creative and you have to be different. But I'm pretty sure Lamar will make adjustments. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's smart. I think he knows what he's doing. He's going to watch film from last year. I think if they show them those same looks again, that he'll have an answer for it. So I don't know that I would be so extreme on saying that I'm coming at Lamar all game long, because he is dynamic and he gets by one guy and he's to the house. You know what I mean? So could we see the same thing? Maybe. I just don't. I think teams are more creative than that. I think they find ways to mix it up, and you're probably going to see a little bit of a different game plan. But I'm pretty sure it was a bad weather game as well. So
I think you might be mistaken on that one. I don't think it was that bad of a weather. The field looks like shit, but I don't see like much rain.
I'm pretty sure it was a rain game.
Like I don't see any rain at all through this highlight, at all.
But the field looks like shit.
I'm pretty sure the field looks like a Miami field though. Like it just looks.
I don't
like
know.
A standard
I'm pretty sure that there was rain in that game. I'm almost 100% positive.
All right.
But that was also like Jacoby Brissett played that game, right?
Yes, Jacoby Brissett did play in that game. He did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that game pretty well because I was in Reno and I was betting. All
right. Well, there you go. Let's get into the predictions of this game. Ravens right now slightly favored over the Dolphins, over under 44.5. What do you have for a prediction of this game?
I will take Baltimore in this one. I kind of want to be proven wrong with proven right with Miami. Like I'm going to pick against them sometimes just because I want them to continue to play well. But I'm going to go Baltimore here. I'll say Baltimore wins 26-23.
I will go with. Man, you're right. This is a tough one. Give me the Dolphins here. 27-26 Miami. I normally don't. I don't like to do that, but I will. I'll lean Dolphins here. 27-26.